Hey guys, John here. I just got back home and I thought I'm going to test out the rolling stops. This is part of the recall that just came out. You have to keep in mind that when it's a Tesla, there is no recall per se. In other words, you don't need to take your car to the dealer. What happens is they just push a software update and then the issue is fixed. But right now the issue still exists and it's probably not going to exist much longer. So I thought I'd demonstrate to you really quickly what the rolling stop is. It is something that you can turn off. So somebody was really nitpicking and wanted to get Tesla in trouble over this, is my opinion. But in reality, it is breaking the law. It always makes me a little bit uncomfortable when it does roll a stop sign. It never rolls a stop light. So that is one specific thing to clarify here, is it will not roll through a traffic light. So I'm going to demonstrate that to you really quick. And then also I'm going to go over some winter maintenance. So there was a cold weather section that was added to the manual, and I'll show that here really briefly. But basically, you have to use some WD-40 on the handles. I have never done that before, so I'm going to run through that here as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so here's my car, and I did pick up, and I just was missing the little nozzle, but I picked up some WD-40. And what I can do with this, pardon the mess in my garage here, I'm just gonna grab a dirty rag, and what you're supposed to do is kind of roll up the rag and put it in between the handle. All right, it's nice to have those lubricated. Now we're gonna go ahead and test out the rolling stops. So let me just give you a rundown. This is what it's like every single day when I get out in my garage to drive my car somewhere. So a lot of times it's after I wake up in the morning and the car was charging overnight. So I'm gonna run through that entire scenario as if I'm walking out to it first thing in the morning. So I come around the vehicle, and the first thing you'll see here is it's charging. So if it's green and blinking like it is right now, that means it's charging. But oftentimes in the morning, and what that means is it's locked, but oftentimes in the morning it's already charged, and it'll either be gray, which means I can pull it straight out, or I can push the button like this and then pull it out. And that turns white. As soon as it's white or gray, then that means you can remove the charger. So then I take the charger, I bring it over here. I have a really ghetto hook. I could have spent a lot of money for a hook, but hey, that works. And then I come over and get in, and that's really as simple as that. All right, so I'll show you the setting on the screen here. That is gonna go away. So it is inside of the autopilot menu, and when you scroll down here for the full self-driving beta, you have these three profiles. And as you can see in the assertive profile, the Model 3 will have a smaller follow distance, perform more frequent speed lane changes, will not exit passing lanes, and may perform rolling stops. So there it is, the rolling stops. And then that's also in the average. So if you go to average, it says may perform rolling stops. But if you go to chill, it doesn't mention anything about that. So it will stop at stop signs. Now, if it does not, then I understand this recall. So we're going to find out here if chill actually allows you to do a rolling stop. All right, so here we go. I'm going to double tap down, and we're going to come up to this stop sign, and it should stop completely. Okay, and it actually did a rolling stop. So it, as you could see, well, hopefully you could see, it did not stop completely. So we're gonna see here on this next stop sign if it stops completely or not. So even though it did not mention it in the chill mode, it looks like it still does rolling stops. Now, complete stop is actually, most people don't do a complete stop. And you see, look at that car, they rolled their stop. So if every Tesla vehicle is stopping completely, okay, now there's some traffic here, so we are stopping completely. And now it is our turn. But if every Tesla now has to stop, it's not, you know, people are going to be taking over all the time. So I don't know what's going on. So crazy. But I'm guessing that we're going to probably get this software update pushed to our cars ASAP, probably tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, well, let's just see here. We got one more stop sign. We're going to see if it stops at this one. Okay, so here we are now. We do have some other traffic, so I'm just going to see what it does here. Okay, and rolled that stop as well. So as you can see in chill setting, it also rolls the stops. And just for fun, we're going to change it to the average profile and see how it does these stops. So here it's stopping. It can go. It just needs to go right now. Okay. So it creeped. It creeped and creeped and creeped and didn't really fully stop there either. All right. So here we come in the average mode. We're going to see how it handles this stop sign. Okay. So it's slowing down. And there is a car there. It's a close one. I would say it's our turn, but okay, that was awkward, but the other car did go, and now we're pushing forward. It did wait for them, and I feel like it did come to a complete stop, so it's tough when there's other traffic. Maybe up here when we turn left, we won't have to contend with other traffic, and maybe it will do what I'm hoping it will do is basically run through the stop sign so we can prove that it also rolls stops in the average. Here it says it may perform rolling stops. Okay, this is perfect. There is no other traffic that we need to worry about for turning left right now. So we're going to see how it does this stop. Okay, there it pretty much stopped entirely. You'd have to really get picky to say that it didn't. I would say it did 99.9% of the way there. A non-rolling stop is very unusual. I mean, almost nobody does a complete stop where your tires stop moving entirely. Okay, and here we are again. So there it rolled it. It kind of stopped. I mean, it stopped enough, but it still did roll. It definitely did not come to a complete stop. So that is what the recall is all about. Not a big deal, but whatever. It'll get fixed, and then we're all just gonna have to take over to go through stop signs now, because nobody drives like that. But hey, if that's what the NHTSA wants, then that's fine. So then when I get home every single day, I come on out to my garage, and all I do is I grab my charger off the wall and I slide in over here, and it's really simple. I just push this little button when I'm within distance. There's a little bit of wear and tear on it, you can see. I probably shouldn't push the button as much as I do. I mean, you can tap on this when it's unlocked, and I should probably do that. So you tap on it and then it opens up, but you can also alternatively push the button and that will open it up. So then you just plug it in and it turns blue, which means it's starting to charge, and then green when it's charging. And then it'll show on the screen just as I pass by. I always look in just to see how many hours. So it says 6 hours, 45 minutes to get back to 84%. So it's at 16% right now. Thanks a lot, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.